Yo, Kingdom, community vibes, community ties. Terrance Tucker is the brother who's connecting the tribe.
Boom, 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 boom. You see it? Yep. You see it? I know you mad. I know y'all upset with me. I know. Because you see the Beasy Baybie in the building. Listen. Last time, I told y'all. Yep. I told y'all. If you pray 2 times a day, she'll come sit next to you.
Don't do that. You're going to have people clicking their heels and praying.
I told you.
And I'm not showing up.
If you pray 2 times a day, Beasy Baybie will.
Somebody going to show up, but it ain't going to be me. Jesus.
Listen, man, we got the phenomenal, incredible, super talented,
Where they at, though?
beautiful, awesome, just super dope Beasy Baybie in the building.
Hey.
Now, see, just take like 3 seconds just to soak it all up. Just let it hit you. You know what I mean? Because only on the vibes will you see stuff like this, man. The vibes, man. The vibes. Now, before we get to this phenomenal woman here, we gotta pay 2 quick bills, all right?
We got commercials?
Just 2 quick bills.
Damn, I should have charged.
Okay? Now, listen, if you woke up this morning, give God all the praise.
Amen.
All right, give God all the praise because He is able. Okay, He is the reason for the season. All right. So if you woke up and you were able to blink your eye and smell yourself and brush your teeth, that means that God woke you up this morning.
Amen.
So give Him all the praise, man, because He is able. All right. Now, you hear the music playing in the background, and you may hear the smoothies running and jumping. All right, because we're at the groove. All right. You see my little smoothie smooth. You know what I'm saying?
I already ate today. I didn't want to.
You know what I mean?
Plus, that may make me boo-boo when I didn't want to. While I was on camera.
Because when this is over, I might have to go handle some business. But
clean you out.
There you go. Come by the Groove, man. Black-owned business, man.
Yes.
7510 Garnets Ferry Road. Come check it out. I'm telling you, you'll love it. Health is wealth. All right.
And I have purchased drinks from here before, and I do enjoy them. Just today, I had already eaten, so.
Already ate. You know what I mean? So we'll let it slide.
One time.
Now, stand up on your feet, man, and give a round of applause for the queen herself.
Beyonce.
Nah.
Oh.
Better than Beyonce, man. Thank you so much for coming.
Thanks for having me.
You know what I'm saying? I'm such a fan. I've been a fan, you know what I'm saying? But I admire your journey and your story.
Okay.
I know for a fact that you have a phenomenal story.
We all do.
And your testimony is amazing. And, let me ask you this though. Now you're from West Virginia.
Born in West Virginia.
Born in West Virginia, by way of Pennsylvania.
Right.
What part of Pennsylvania?
Reading, Pennsylvania.
Man.
We used to be known for the outlets. We were also the poorest city in the country at one point. We lit though, and we right outside of Philly. So when you say Reading, Philly, the same area right there.
Timberlands?
Yes, we had Timberland outlet. We had all the outlets, but not no more. So don't go looking for them.
Don't go looking for
no more.
Don't go looking for it.
But we had it there for a while.
Now, what brought you to Columbia, South Carolina?
The job, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I moved to Columbia for a job, but I moved to the South, just trying to. I wanted a fresh start. I just came home from jail and I was low-key scared. I was scared of me. I was like, bro, I don't know if I can be the person that I think God's created me to be if I'm still here, not because of anybody else or even the city, just because of who I was in that environment. So I needed a new environment. So moved to the South. Right.
Now, that 17-year-old Beasy Baybie, did she see this?
Oh, hell no. She thought, no.
17-year-old Beasy Baybie didn't
I didn't think I was going to make it to 18.
Why?
I thought I was going to get killed.
Wow.
Yeah, I thought and I'm not just saying that, like that was reality. Like I really thought that if I made it to 18, it was a blessing.
Wow.
And then if I made it to 21, I was really lit. You know, so as I celebrate birthdays now and, you know, easing on out the 30s, I'm like, God did this, because my friends are dead, my friends are in jail. Like, I have a lot of people that I've lost, you know? And when you there for that, you know, like literally bullets and they missing you over and over again, it's like, God, you keep sparing me. So at some point, I kind of got to say, you know, let me step back from myself and try to make the load a little bit easier on Jesus.
Wow. So we all had that epiphany, like that moment where you actually realize, listen, my life got to change like today, like right now. What was that epiphany for you? Like that defining moment where you just was like, you know what, no more of this lifestyle for me.
I think there was a moment where I knew that I was at a fork in the road and I had to pick a side. But then I think after that moment, it was like consecutive choices I had to make these choices every day. You know, because this is like, the old me didn't just like disintegrate, like she's still here. So I got to choose, you know, every day to live this life. But the epiphany moment was when I was in prison. Not going to jail, because I had been to jail already before. So going to jail didn't really deter me. But when I was in jail, we took an IQ test, and the IQ test, my IQ came back really high, and it made me feel bad, because I was like, what am I doing? You know, and yeah, the counselor was like, what are you doing? So that made me feel real crazy, and then I was like, I'm messing up like everything attached to me. So I have 4 daughters. They're in the streets while I'm in prison. So now I'm traumatizing them through my life, and then that trauma is gonna carry into, you know, so I was just tired of generational curses and wanted some blessings. So that was it.
That's dope. So now moving forward, man, like, you know, you have so many people who really look up to you.
Yeah, I don't like that.
That's what I was just about to ask you. How you know, coming from where you come from, how does that make you feel?
I mean, I'm honored that people can appreciate things about me or admire things about me. But I'll be honest, I'm messed up. You know, like we are all messed up. So if you put your stock in me and you begin to feel like I'm this holier than thou person, when you see the truth, because I'm a human, it's like, damn, I just fell. That's a long fall. I don't do me like that. Just I'm a mess up. The only person ain't gonna fail you is God. So I'm pushing you to God. Focus on God. If I can be a vessel or a light, cool, but don't hold me up there. I'm a fall.
You skating on thin ice over here.
And as heavy as I am, we know I'm going down.
Flash.
No.
So, but Beasy B, though, you make it hard for them not to, because you've done so much. Listen, you've been on radio, you've been on TV, you've been on award shows. You've done so much to make people look at you like, you know, because, you know, like it or not, you inspire so many people, like it or not. So, it's kind, you know, would you say it's kind of like a double-edged sword? Like, you can, like, believe in me, but I'm having my own issues within myself.
Well, I just think, just know, you know, like I love my grandmama, and I love the fact that my grandmama is a praying grandmama. But now that I'm older, I'm aware that my grandmama had her own stuff, you know, and maybe you look at your parents and you, growing up as a teenager, have some resentment for something. But then as you get older, you look at your parents like people. So all I'm saying is, see me as a person. Understand that I'm going to fail. I'm going to disappoint you. There are times where you'll come to lean on me and I'll say, I got my own stuff going on today, and I'm too heavy, you know, and I can't take you because we both gonna fall. So I think that's the thing. I admire and I appreciate a lot of people, and I look up to people, but I also know that those people are human. So I lean on God.
That's dope. That's dope. So, you know, being that you have these 4 beautiful daughters, and being that they've seen you, let's say, at your low and your high. You know what I'm saying? How does that make you feel, knowing that they've seen that transition?
Oh, it's a good and a bad thing, because they know, like, I've always been really honest with them and really transparent. Like, I mean, really transparent, saints. I've told them, like, I had a whole face, you know, like You know, and I
have.
explained the whole
Right,
phase
right.
because I want you to avoid the whole phase.
Right.
So just, I've been always really transparent with them, and some people think, you know, you telling them stuff is making them want to do stuff or making them curious about stuff.
Think so?
I personally don't. I think if I tell you about selling crack, then hopefully you don't sell crack.
Exactly.
If I tell you about my bad decisions with sexual partners, then hopefully you could skip a few of them.
Right.
But I also know that they're gonna make their own mistakes, and you know, hopefully the one thing that I always wanted my children to have, if I didn't give them anything else, was a belief in God, and I know they have that, and a belief that it doesn't matter what's against you.
Right.
If you want it, you can have it. It's yours. You know, so, and I think that I've instilled both of those things in my kids. So regardless of how far they go, they always will come back to the foundation, and that's Jesus. So.
Oh, come on, man. Hey, man, pass around the collection plate. Cause she just gave a word to y'all just now, man. Man, y'all better get y'all pen and pads out. I'm telling you, man. She dropping some jewels today. All right. Now, you know, just me, you know that I was not, you know, let's say, what I thought that I was not primed for, you know, being in front of a camera or a microphone or anything like that. You came here and just was total confident within. No matter what you did, you shined at it. Now, I'm not sure if that's by design or, like you said, we don't see the struggle. We only see the highlights. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But you were good behind the mic, and you were good behind the camera and all that stuff. Yeah. You was on the news doing stuff. Like, where did that confidence come from?
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
And yes, you definitely saw the highlight reel.
Yes. ESPN.
Yeah. That's all you got is 10 seconds of good stuff.
Okay.
But I think what happened, first of all, I don't have anything down here.
Right.
I don't have anyone down here.
Gotcha.
So it was me. When I moved to Charlotte, I married someone.
I got you.
That went very south, very fast.
Okay.
And so it was just me and my girls.
Gotcha.
So it's almost like I was in the middle of an ocean, and what was I
swimming.
going to do? I was going to
Right.
swim or I was going to drown.
Sink or swim.
So I had no choice but to do whatever I could, you know.
Right.
And there was a lot of struggles. Yeah, there was times where we didn't have heat in the house. There was times where I didn't have heat in my car, and I would get out of my car and scrape rain. It was rain, but because I didn't have heat, it wouldn't defrost the rain, so it would freeze.
Right.
And I would be on my way to work, going to the club, scraping ice off my window, and
Come
then
on.
get in the club like everything was fine. Leave the club, put socks on, wrap myself in blankets, and drive home.
And
Like
drive
that's how
home.
real it was. But
Yeah.
my thing
That's
was,
real.
I always felt like the only thing that could happen to me that would be worse than what I've already lived through is death in this world. And I don't even think that's that bad.
Right.
You know, like I feel like death is like, whew, Jesus, finally
Amazing.
I'm here.
Thank you,
Yeah,
Jesus.
hallelujah.
Come
So
get
what else can happen? What could
Wow.
go wrong?
Yeah.
You know, what's the worst I could do? Fail? I just
Right.
quit a job. I obviously don't care about
Yeah.
that. So that's my thing. I think confidence is just knowing who's in charge, and I know I'm not in charge.
No.
I know God's in charge, and I know I just have to have faith in Him and continue to do the work, and everything's gonna always be all right.
Oh, that's dope. That's dope. That's dope. That's dope. So, that 17-year-old Beasy, right?
Leave her there, bro.
That 17-year-old Beasy. What did she want to be? Like, during that
Nothing.
time, what did she want to be?
I did not have any type of dreams or aspirations. I think in high school, well, no, probably in like junior high, I wanted to be a comedian, a photographer, a
Yeah.
police officer.
What you still can be?
I don't think I can be. I think I'm funny sometimes. I take good pictures for
funny.
Instagram,
Oh,
but I don't
dope
think
pictures.
I don't think
Dope pictures.
Leon Lott is gonna hire me. But it's all good.
He's not.
It's all good. I'm fine.
It's not
but-
hiring any of us.
Yeah, it's all right though.
Yeah, it's all good, Leon. We good.
Police our own communities.
Yeah. There you go.
Yes, but yeah, I didn't have any. You know, I started hustling. I started selling drugs at 18. So really, I wasn't even thinking about that. Like I wasn't selling drugs 'cause I wanted to be a kingpin,
Right.
or because I wanted to be on a mafia movie. Like
Yeah.
I was selling drugs because I wanted to go get sneakers and I wanted to go to Red Lobster.
Fresh
So
J's.
yeah, I was in love with the lifestyle. I didn't
Yeah.
really aspire to be anything.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
honestly.
Yeah. Well, I can tell you what though. Hey, that 17-year-old has come a mighty long way.
Thank you.
A mighty long way, man. And you know, even though that you may not receive it you are a huge inspiration to so many people, men and women, man. You know, I've seen you standing in front of high school students, you know, giving out your story, you know, and talking to, you know, these kids, man. How does it feel when you have these young girls looking at you like, wow, man, like, you know, like, because when I stand in front of, you know, these young men, you know, giving my story, sometimes you can actually connect with some of them looking at you. You know what I'm saying? And you stood in front of so many crowds. And do you consider that therapeutic for you? Telling your story?
Yes, I think it is. I think it is a form of therapy. I think it definitely helps to be able to free yourself of some of the stuff, and then healing comes by helping others too. So I think that definitely is a good thing. I always think before I go into any room to speak, I always say, God, if I could just get one. You know, like, because you don't know who that one will be. You know, that one might be the one that changes the world.
Right, there you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
So, and you don't know what part you play. Like, I really feel like we all have a part to play in how this whole thing goes. And even the daily decisions that we make are important. So when I go speak, I always just hope I can get one. And I feel like kids, the youth, are hungry. You know, they're hungry and they don't know what they're hungry for. There's just an emptiness, there's a void, and they're looking for information, and they're looking for love, and they're looking for validation, and all of these things. So you serve them, you know, you feed them what you have. And I think that some kids will take it and some kids won't, but you know, I do my best to just be real, you know, because that's what kids want. They don't want somebody that's going to cap them. You know, they want somebody that's going to say, look, I already know that your joint is popping. I'm telling you, don't do it because you don't want a baby right now. You know, like just keeping it real.
Talk to them.
So yeah.
Talk to them. So you know, with your beautiful daughters, man. You know, how hard is it to protect them from the life that you don't want them?
You can't do that.
Okay.
You can't do that. And I think that's the tiring part. Like that's you can teach children, you can show children by example, you can pray for children, but you cannot live for them.
Wow.
So as a parent, of course, you know, my goal, protect them.
Right.
I wanted to create them to skip the 17 to 25 of me. You know, like I wanted them to leave the house and be who I am now. Right. But the truth is, without their own lessons and without their own mistakes and without their own falls and their own victories, like they can't live my life, you know, and so you can't do that. Like no matter what you try to do, I don't care what kind of parent you are. You might not know, but you know, but you just gotta trust that you've given them the foundation.
Right, man.
You know?
And that's so key because, you know, you're a strong mother, man. Strong mother, man. And you holding it down. And it's tough raising girls, man.
Dear God.
It's Jesus.
Especially when they act like you.
Boom. There you now. So which one of your girls you see the most in you?
Oh no, they all are. It's just
all of them?
at different. They're me in different times. It's almost like you see in a movie. I would use one of my children at different ages. That's what that is. Yeah, they all got the Beasy. It's a gift and a curse. I tell you.
5 Beasies out here, man.
4. Well, yeah, man.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's 5 Beasies out here.
It's bad, but
5 Beasies.
They got the good and the bad. You know,
the good and the bad.
They have some good qualities, and then they also have some. Don't call me. Give me about 5 days, and then I'll call you.
And I'll call you.
But we do that. And it ain't like no love lost.
Nah, ain't no love lost.
Give
me time.
That's healthy. I'm upset right now.
Yeah.
Give me 3 days.
Give me my time.
And if you call me before 3 days is up, I don't know what's gonna happen. So don't. Yeah, that's what we do. Unless it's an emergency. Yeah.
Because you know what? Because you might be blocked.
You might. Or you might call and I might answer, and then what I say might not be nice. So give me time to process everything that's happening, and then I call you back because they're grown now. Like it's different. My 14-year-old, we address things, you know, in the home, but y'all don't live with me, so
how
you do something
important is
reckless.
communication?
Oh, we communicate, but it's important. I teach my children that it's important to have boundaries too.
Right.
So just because if if I've done something that hurts you and I want to talk about it, that does not mean that you have to talk about it with me right now.
Right.
Whether I'm your mother, your spouse, whoever,
Right.
like it's important to set boundaries.
Right.
I'm uncomfortable right now. My feelings are hurt. I'm upset. I don't know how to respond, so I need some time.
Right.
That's okay.
Okay.
You can say that, and if somebody can't accept that, that's probably not the person you need to be with.
Right.
Because that's, effective, healthy
communication.
communication and building good relationships.
Right.
So, yeah, we start right there.
Oh, that's dope. That's
Yes.
dope. That's dope, man. Lessons from the mothers, man. The lessons from the mothers mean the most, and then go further. I'm telling you, my mom, man, my mother gave me so many lessons growing up that still stick with me to this day. Okay, so listen, parents, okay, talk to your kids. All right?
Got to.
Talk to your kids, man. Be nosy. Be nosy, okay? There is no such thing as privacy out here in these streets no more, man.
And don't lock the door.
Don't lock the door. Okay?
Don't lock doors.
Don't lock doors, man, because your daughter's gonna have a members
I'm
only.
telling you. I'm telling you.
Page
And don't
out
be
here.
scared to go through them phones. A lot of times, like, parents will say, well, my daughter feel like I'm invading her privacy, and you don't have privacy
She
until
don't
you have
no
your
privacy.
own home.
There you go.
Yeah, so I'm respectful. I ain't just gonna walk in while you're in the bathroom, but
Right,
if
right,
I say,
right.
hand me your phone, let me look through it real quick, and you say, no,
Yeah.
you don't have one now.
No. How
Yeah.
old is your oldest?
23.
Okay. So the next one is how old?
23, 21, 19, and 14.
At what age would you allow your 14-year-old to start dating?
No. No. That's a
It's
good
no-
age. Here's
Never
my thing.
happened.
Yes, I want her to date, but
Yeah.
when she, in my home, 18.
18.
Because
Okay.
here's my reason. It's unrealistic, I'm aware. And I'm
It's
aware
all
she's
good.
probably gonna do it anyway, and that's
Probably.
okay too.
That's okay.
You're not gonna do it in my face though.
Not
so.
at all.
And my thing is, I want you to focus on what needs to be focused on, and that's school and having fun and enjoying your youth. And once you get booed up in high school, all hell breaks loose.
Oh, yeah.
You ain't focused on nothing but that relationship.
That's
oh my
it.
God, he didn't answer the phone.
Yeah.
Oh my God, this girl said she took a picture with him, and now she
Come
just
on.
posted it. And
Yeah.
you got all this drama
Yeah.
related to relationships, and trust me, that drama is going to still be there when you're 18 and 25 and
When you're 40.
yes.
Yeah.
So ain't no need to rush. So in my home,
Yeah.
I tell my daughters, I've always said, you can like boys,
Right.
you can have a crush on boys. A boy can be cute, he can be your screensaver.
Yeah.
But if he knocks on my door, he gonna need to call his parents.
No.
So I'm not playing them games. Not at all. Not at all. No.
Not at all.
Not at all. And yeah, you find out the hard way.
Young men, don't go to Beasy house.
We had a situation. I've never shared this, but
Only on the vibes, man.
Only on the
Exclusive.
I was on the radio one day,
Uh-huh.
and no, before I got to the station, I took a nap and I had a dream that one of my daughters was pregnant, and I was like, where did that come from? So I woke up and I prayed on it. Right, went to the station, got a phone call that a boy had been at my house yesterday while I was at work. So I took off work, went home while the kids were still at school. I booby trapped my whole house so that whoever came in my house couldn't come out but one way. I dressed in all black, put a bat and a steel pole in my car. I parked my car around the corner of my house. I'm not lying, and my child would tell, both of my children would tell you. I waited until everybody got home. I went and did some stuff, parked my car around the corner, waited until everybody, I knew everybody was home, and I walked in that front door like this. When I tell you my baby jumped from, she was eating, she jumped, flew back on the couch, and I said, you had that boy in my house yesterday? I heard he was supposed to be here again today. I need you to see. But of course I was shaking, I was red, sweating, because things were happening inside of me.
Yeah.
But I said, I need you to know, had you took a chance today,
Right. It was gonna
Mama
be
was
some
going to
issues.
jail.
Yeah.
And that was okay with
Yeah.
me.
You came
Because
in there wanting all
I'm
the
willing to
smoke,
run.
though.
Oh, I wanted all the smoke. I wanted
Yeah.
the smoke, the fire.
Yeah.
I wanted gasoline with it. I wanted everything. I was coming because this is my house. So if you thought it was a good idea to cross the threshold of my crib without my permission, I'm threatened. my children are in danger.
Easily.
That's how I feel.
Easily.
So now I got to protect what's mine.
You got
so
to.
That's how I
You
feel
got
about
to.
it. Don't come to my house. You better convince her to go to yours.
Wow. Hey,
Because
Beasy
mama,
ain't playing with y'all,
I'm going all the way in.
Beasy ain't playing no games with y'all, okay? Make sure you document that. Notate that. Write it down.
Take a
okay?
picture.
Take a picture, man. Put it in your phone.
Yeah,
okay?
kids gonna be kids, so
Kids gonna be kids, you know.
But not in my
you know,
house.
Right. You know, kids push the limits. You
Eh.
know what I'm saying? But sometimes you just got to make sure that you're there to kind of,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying, rectify the issue.
But their fathers, my younger children's fathers are incarcerated and have
Okay.
been for more than a decade. Like they've
Okay.
got a long time.
Okay.
So in my mind, I gotta be the mama that hugs you and tells you it's okay and we can talk about girly stuff.
Then
but
you
I
gotta-
also gotta grab the pipe
Yeah.
and come in the crib. So
Smacking my baby.
There
now
you
and
go.
then. Wow. So, Beasy, what? Because, you know, we know nowadays that, you know, we give so much to people.
Mm-hmm.
But how does Beasy give to Beasy? Like,
well, I turn off.
you turn off.
Yeah, like I think I've learned. It's not something that naturally came to me. I'm naturally a giver, and I want to solve everybody's problems,
That's
and I
what
want
I'm
to fix
saying.
everything.
Right.
But I've learned because I would burn out, and
what
I
I'm
would be getting ready to have a nervous breakdown,
Okay.
and just crazy stuff because I'm taking on too much. But
Right.
I learned to unplug, and you got to learn to say no. Like even when it could be something that's minuscule to somebody else. They could say, "Hey B, I really need to talk to you. Do you have a minute?" I could be at home doing nothing, but if I'm enjoying my nothingness right now and it's
I just
bringing
need a
me
moment.
peace, it's
Yeah.
just no.
Right.
And I think I used to feel bad about no, but then I had to remember that's when you get caught up in playing God. When givers can sometimes give so much that we feel like we're the source.
Right.
You're not the source.
No, you're definitely not the source.
And when you start to feel tired and weak, and you've unplugged.
Right.
You've considered yourself the plug now.
Right,
when God is the plug, and we
Right.
got to stay plugged into
on,
that.
come on.
So I think that's been my thing, is learning to say no, I'm not able to do that. Say, I really don't have anything to do this weekend, but I don't want to do anything this weekend.
Exactly.
And taking breaks.
Exactly, man. Protecting your space.
Right.
Gotcha.
And valuing my peace over everything else. Like that, that's why I walked away from the job, because it was like, this is making me sick, like
Wow.
for like literally sick. So do I stay for the sake of I got a job on the radio, and people think this is cool and I'm able to pay bills without really worrying,
Right.
or do I protect my peace and my mental health and say, bye? So
And your peace is
you
more
got it,
important.
bro. You got to preserve your peace.
You got to preserve your peace, man,
Gotcha.
because that's more important than anything. Any check you can get, man, let me tell you something, man.
Once you lose your mind, you can't get it back.
You can't
Like,
get it
that's-
back, man. You cannot get it back, man. Mental health is key. All right, listen, man. Mental health is real, first of all, but it's key. I'm telling you, man. Protect your space. All right. Now, so going forward, man, have you been impacted by this pandemic any?
Well, I'm not able to get another job, so that's a little difficult. When I quit the station, like maybe a week or two later, I was in talks with some other people. Like I didn't quit for another job, but as soon as people heard I was unemployed, I was getting phone calls. So I was in talks, and then Corona came, and all the talks stopped because everybody's in a hiring freeze. Nobody's hiring right now.
Gotcha.
So that's affected me. Also, I wasn't able, like most people were getting unemployment and pandemic relief, and your girl ain't getting none of that because I quit. So it looks like, well, if you quit,
Yeah, that's
and
right.
then the pandemic relief was held up because I was trying to appeal the unemployment part of it,
Okay.
because I wouldn't have quit had it not been toxic.
Toxic
But
environment.
either way, I feel
Right.
like sometimes God has a way that He wants things to go.
Come on, man.
And with me, it's never easy. It's always something I got to testify about on the other end.
Yeah.
So I'm like, well, maybe God wanted me to go through this season without being able to say I received unemployment, I got pandemic relief, just God provided. Like legit, sometimes I'll wake up and somebody will send me a message and say, B, I just want to pour into you. What's your Cash App? And at first I was like, nah, because I'm like, what you gonna want back? Or, what is the catch here? But I learned Cash App is pour into brother.
Pour into me.
So yeah, but God has definitely provided. He's
That's
made
dope.
a way.
That's
And
dope. Because you're a beautiful person, B. You know,
Thank
and you have impacted so many people's lives, man. People that you will never meet. You have really impacted their lives for so many years here. You know, and you know I appreciate you. You know, and I look up to you big time. You know, but I know it's it's nothing but greatness that's gonna come your way real soon.
All God.
You know what I'm saying? So it's all God. We move on His time.
Amen.
You know what I'm saying? And even when we're ready, to make that move, we got to be patient for Him because He sits you down when He wants you to sit you down.
Yeah, like I was trying to sit down in the chair and I couldn't at the moment. And then I reached around and then I sat down.
Because you're a low-key model out here in the streets, man. Be a low-key model now. He posted something walking the other day.
Sometimes I'd like to shake things up.
Taking a friendly walk.
Just around the block.
Around the block. These had about 20,000 views on the walk. Now I ain't gonna tell you what was all in the walk.
Not a thing.
There was a lot of moving and shaking going on.
I carry a lot of stuff.
Beasy is
a lot of
blessed.
baggage.
Beasy is blessed, okay? Beasy is blessed. But not just with the body, but the head, man, the mind, okay? She's a very intelligent woman, man.
Thank you.
Okay? And she has a huge heart.
Oh,
okay?
yes, I do.
And some people who have huge hearts get the most battles, man, because it's, that's just the way God made us.
It's okay, though.
You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? We some fighters.
Yes.
And we box our way out the corner.
There we
just
go.
like that. Listen.
We fighting for our place in heaven, so I keep that fight going.
Come on, man. So, one more question, man. Black Lives Matter, man. What does that mean to you?
Oh, Lord, that is loaded. It just means that for a really long time, this country has not recognized the importance of black people.
Wow.
And there has been injustice. There has been just division. I mean, the ability to live the American dream is not open to black people. And I think that right there says something, because how are we all Americans? I'm African American,
right.
Whatever, but the American dream is not for me.
Right.
We just have to worry about things other people don't have to worry about, like living, like breathing.
Right.
So Black Lives Matter is a movement that I think brings awareness to those things, but we got a lot of work to do.
A lot of work
to do.
Have you had that conversation with your daughter?
Oh, yes. We've had detailed conversations about turning 21 and legally owning firearms, about taking classes so that you can conceal your weapon, about what to do when pulled over, how to handle it. You can't prevent everything because ignorance is ignorance. However, you do what you can to stay alive, and then you fight, later. Yeah. So I've taught them best, and they already know. I would have rather bail them out because of something they've done than to bury them because of something they've allowed to happen to them.
I like that.
So I always say you do everything you can do the right way. Right. But if it comes down to you or them and you know you right, but you gonna die right, live wrong. We'll work it out later. But you don't just stand there.
Don't just stand there, man. Yeah. Fight for your life.
There you go.
Fight for your life.
There you go.
Because guess what, man?
And for other people's lives. If you see something wrong happening, don't stand. Prop the phone up.
Yeah,
but
man, put the phone up, man. Stop filming all these wrong.
Get to moving. Some people are you might supposed to be filming. I might supposed to be fighting. Someone else may supposed to be praying. And I think if we all move, we can move the mountain.
I'm telling you, those phones, man, they're catching so many things right now. You know what I'm saying?
And we need to know that stuff.
We need to know all of it.
But help too. Somebody help.
You know what I'm saying? Give a hand, something, grab somebody. But my next question is, being black, then being a woman, you face so many prejudices, so many. Now, how do you, let's say there's a young lady out there right now, you know what I'm saying? Let's say the 17-year-old young Beasy right now is looking at you like through this phone right now. What do you tell her right now?
I don't know.
What kind of game can you give her? Knowing what all you done been through, knowing what all you done experienced, right? Trials and tribulations, the highs, the lows, right? And she just fresh, bushy-eyed, man. Just, you know what I mean? I mean, she has not tasted life at all, man. But but she will. What can you tell her?
I would say figure out who you are. I think that's important because we spend, and I mean, there are people older than both of us that still haven't figured out who they are.
Not at all.
So I think you need to figure out who you are. That way the world doesn't tell you who you are. And you can live freely. I think once you figure out who you are, you live unapologetically. You know, you own that, who you are, and you enjoy your life because it's short.
Very short.
And I think you gotta have God. So you've got to build a relationship with him, not just posts on social media, not just going to church on Sunday, not just Bible study on Wednesday, but a real commitment to getting to know who he is, because it's a relationship. And just like a relationship with a friend or a loved one, you have to pour into that. You got to spend time with God in order to discover who he is and what he wants for you. So I would say that. And then I would say, don't be in a rush for nothing. Like, slow down. Slow down.
Cadillac, man.
Pimping. Pull the top back. Feel the breeze. Enjoy life. Because, I mean, don't be in a rush to be married. Enjoy your life. Right. Don't be in a rush to have kids because you got to raise them forever. Don't matter how old they get. I still get texts. It costs money, too. And they still need advice. And, just enjoy your life and figure out what you want from it before you get boxed into a situation where now you don't have a choice. Yeah. And stand up for what you believe. Stand up. Got to.
Use your voice.
This next generation, I mean, you guys are so loud and so vocal and so in your face, and I love it. But we need that, and we also need lawyers and doctors and cops and DAs. And political. Yeah, we need everybody.
We need all that.
Yeah. I get tired of hearing people say, don't be no cop. We don't need to be cops. Yes, we do.
Yes, we do.
Because we need somebody in that circle saying, hey, get your foot off his neck.
There you go.
And if we're not present for that,
we can change
we got what we got now.
Right.
Yeah.
We can change the narrative. I'm telling you. Listen, you heard it from the queen herself, man. Beasy Baybie in the building, man. Listen, we can't let her go without asking her the most popular question in the world right now. Okay?
What's that?
Can't let her go without asking her a question.
I'm scared.
All right. You ready?
No.
You not ready? Right.
Can you slide to me on a piece of paper?
Nope. All right. Here we go. Now, Bees, you eat chicken wings.
I love chicken wings.
You love chicken wings. Okay, dope. All right. Now, this question is very serious now. Very serious. When it comes to chicken wings, do you prefer the flats or the drums?
What do I look like? What type of woman do I look like?
I think you're great. I think you're awesome.
What kind of chicken do I eat?
I think you're phenomenal.
Come on with it.
I think you go with the drums.
You a damn lie. I don't like that. They got snappers in them. They got snappers. I can't eat that. You know when you bite the drumstick and you pull the meat and then everything else go like this and bounce back to the... No snappers for me.
It does.
Give me the little flat one, and then it's just crunchy and
I ain't thinking about
dipped in the ranch with the little drizzle. Yeah, but I ain't doing snappers, so y'all got that.
But you can scoop more with the drum though. You can just like,
and then snap.
And then snap back at you. That's tough. That's tough.
That's a vein. You know that's a vein.
That might be the first time I've ever heard that though. First time I've heard that.
That's a vein, and it belonged to a chicken that was walking around. So that's what happens to me when I eat a drumstick. Boom, vein, chicken, farm, cock-a-doodle-doo. My mind goes to all these places, and now I can't eat the chicken. So just give me the flats.
Boom. Well, hey, flat lovers.
Pass the test.
You got one.
You know, all the crazy girls love flats.
That's true.
Hey, ladies.
That's true. They're weirdos, and they're crazy, but we love them. Hey. Thank y'all so much, Beasy. Thank you so much, Beasy B, man, for coming by the vibes, man, because she is a whole vibe herself, man. Okay, check out. Now, where can they follow you at?
You can follow me on Instagram and Facebook at Beasy Baybie. Also, shameless plug, I published a book like 2 years ago, but it was like God's book. I wanted to publish my autobiography, and God instructed me to put this book out solely to bring people to Him first. So I did that, and now God has given me the freedom to publish my autobiography. So my entire life story will be on shelves next month. It's called Convicted, the Beasy Baybie story.
Come on.
So yes, I
On
would
the
love your
vibes,
support.
man. On the vibes, support and flood that. Let's
And since I'm unemployed, it's the perfect time.
okay, pre-order.
Yes.
Pre-order.
The pre-order will be in about 2 weeks.
Go get it. Go get it. Okay, go get it. The first person who tells me that they pre-ordered from watching this podcast, I'm telling you know what I do is buy one more book and give you a free smoothie.
Hey,
All right,
and drumsticks.
and drumsticks.
Since no one else eats them.
No flats. No flats. Okay, you flat lovers. All right, listen, man. Put God first, man. All right, stay encouraged, man. Be safe out here, man. All right,
guys.
God bless you.
Yo, Kingdom, community vibes, community ties. Terrance Tucker is the brother who's connecting the tribe. You say you won't shine, come get your shine on. You say you want vibes, come get your vibe on. Community vibes, community ties. Terrance Tucker is the brother who's connecting the tribe. Hey, you say you won't shine, we'll get your shine on. You say you want vibes, we'll get your vibe on.